Hey everyone, it's time for another video. This is Stefan from Lush&SaltyAquariums. How are you? I'm doing all right. And I just cleaned this small ADA Nano Cube tank, which houses, as you can obviously see, one of my more robust colonies, if not the most robust colony of cherry shrimp that I have in my care. I put in an algae wafer because I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Neocaridina shrimp, the cherry shrimp, the easiest of all the shrimp in my opinion and most other people's to keep. They only get more challenging as you move up and down the ranks from Neocaridina to Caridina and so on. I suppose a mono shrimp and ghost shrimp get a pass, but those are different. So obviously the first thing one gathers from this species is they breed pretty readily in a suitable freshwater environment. A mono shrimp do not do that. But cherry shrimp most certainly do. Now within the if you have clean water, but botanicals perhaps, lots of plants, driftwood, etc., you should do all right when it comes to these lovely creatures. Now within the family of Neocaridina or cherry shrimp, there are all sorts of grades. In terms of the quality, if you're more than just a amateur hobbyist, people that show these things and sell them have a grading system. I won't get into it too much, just to say that the lower grade are the ones that are mottled, darker, splotchy, etc., and the higher grade are the ones that are more and more of that glorious fire engine red, to the point where the top grade is often called a Bloody Mary for obvious reasons. And then just beneath that, I think, is grade A and moving up the alphabet. You see a pygmy Corydora catfish coming in to enjoy some of the little particles from this algae wafer, but algae wafers, and I also find that the sushi wrapper, nori, seaweed, which I also use in my saltwater tanks, is an excellent treat for them as well. They will also eat, and one of the reasons they're desirable besides how they look is that they eat. There's a ruby tetra, by the way. I have a few of these in this tank, a somewhat rarer form of nano fish tetra species. I love these fish, and generally, I know the camera's not picking it up, but they have a nice subtle pink, there you go, a pink hue, which complements all the different shades in the cherry shrimp repertoire. As I was saying, cherry shrimp will eat algae and detritus and little particles that are growing on your plants and glass and substrate. They will also eat most kinds of fish foods that fall to the bottom. Once you have an established colony and they're happy, there's a bunch of different ways you can maintain them. It's not that hardcore, not like some of the guys on YouTube who treat it as a higher art form. I've had a lot of luck with these. In some ways, they're as easy to keep as guppies, but you have to have the price of entry, which is a above average system in general, and then you'll be fine. Now you see, after they start breeding, you'll get these multicolored sort of Dalmatians, saddlebacks, all the different permutations and hybrids. generally not considered as desirable as the ones that are a deep red, like that guy there right in our foreground. But it's almost impossible to avoid that happening. Here's a brown one. This would be a dud. And of course, he or she will breed with these and create further quote unquote duds. But I have no duds. I am not a shrimp racist. They're all beautiful to me. So you see them climbing up this Anubias petite. It's almost a tree now. It's grown so robustly against this driftwood. That would be about $100 worth of plants right there, maybe even more. This is what's left of the Monte Carlo once I took the CO2 out, and given how small this tank is, rather than have a big scraggly, somewhat yellow mess along the foreground, I just keep a chunk in this corner, and the shrimp will graze and breed, and the babies will hide in there. And it's a nice contrast to all the other plants in this lovely cube. I'm not sure what else I could tell you about cherry shrimps. I've got them in all of my tanks, but not to the numbers you saw there. There's a quote-unquote dud in the gold neon tetra tank, just to this one's right. I do not have any with this female beta. She would eat them and has eaten them, which is why I don't put them in with her. Where are you, baby? Can't find her. Uh-oh, fail video. Anyway, back to here. And I'm about to close. I hope you enjoyed this more intense look at my 88 Nano Cube tank. And as always, keep your hands in the tank. Ciao for now.